What's up YouTube, Redbeard's Garage, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be working on the mini chopper and getting those front forks put on. So I welded that washer to a piece of pipe that had the same inside diameter as the bearing race on this triple clamp. I know that might sound confusing to some people, but this is a motorcycle triple clamp. It has a top clamp that goes on it, and then the shocks go in between these holes right here. So the bicycle neck, the bearings are tiny in them. So that's why I made this out of a piece of pipe and a washer. So now I can weld this on, and I had to cut this a lot and notch this frame because the bicycle's center rod was way taller than this one. So now I can weld this centered right in there, weld another one like that, and it'll assemble something like this. Bearing all on there. Top of the triple clamp, and then my nut. So it'll look something like that when it's done. Have a real motorcycle front end on it, so it'll take out all those bumps. I was really worried about the forks just being weak, really thin metal. And of course, after we get this whole front end dialed in, then we're going to do the back tire, because that's the next scary part of this bike, riding on a bicycle rim. and this bike is capable of going like 65, 70 mile an hour. That would be rough if the spokes broke. But now I got to weld on these homemade necks that I made. I'll tack them all in place, pull the triple clamp off, fully weld them, then we can finally assemble the front end. I'm getting pumped. That's the rim and tire we're going with. That's a RM 125 rim. I'm going to pull that tire off and put that street tread tire that's right beside of it, and it'll look pretty sweet. So I'm going to get to tacking this up. So I got this whole triple clamp all done and on the bike. Looks pretty good and it functions really good. Now I do need to tighten this up and then put the little set nut, the cap on top. Well, if you see, this is like a 4-keyed little bolt, and I've never had a wrench, you know, like a motorcycle wrench to fit these. Well, I finally just made me one with parts from Go Power Sports. This pipe was actually like, I think, a seat back for a go-kart that I'd used, cut the bends out of it and used it, and I took 2 pieces of axle key and used it. Really horrible welds. Wouldn't really, I was holding it, weld splatter flying in between my fingers. It wasn't a good time, but if you look, it fits in there really good. I mean, I don't have my forks in. If I did, I could tighten it all up, but you can see how tight of a fit that is. So now I can I'm going to actually plasti dip this whole thing, other than the little noses, and make me a legit tool. So Redbeard's Garage, building tools out of go-kart parts. But thanks to Go Power Sports for helping me make an awesome little tool that I've been needing for so long. I need to slide the forks in from the bottom, and then we can tighten these necks up. If you notice, there's 2 necks on each of these clamps, so we can tighten those up on them, and then we can put our bearings in our wheel, mount it all on, and our handlebars. I haven't greased these bearings yet. They don't come packed with grease. I need to do that, but I'm just, you know, test fitting everything, then I can pull it apart, grease everything, because I don't want grease all in there if I'm having to weld anymore. Looks awesome though. And let me know if you guys think this whole emblem isn't going to fit there no more because I cut this down so much. What I was thinking about doing was, I don't like flames, but it's just cool to keep this on the bike, I think. Cut it right under Stingray and then mount that back on the front of the bike. Just, you know, you got to remember where she came from, because it won't have the Stingray seat on it no more, or any of the graphics when we're done with it. So let me know if y'all think I should put that original little emblem back on. Message me if you want to buy one of these tools. $89.95. Great deal. Man, this thing is looking sweet. I love that big tire in the front, small tire in the back look. We are going to go a little bit bigger in the rear, but I don't know what size we're going to go with yet. The reason we haven't touched this mini chopper in a while is I was trying to build up a little bit of parts for it. I had these pit back forks for quite some time. I just was trying to figure out how I was going to adapt them to that neck, as well as doing all these other builds. But let me know what y'all think of this mini chopper in the comment section below. It does suck that we wasted so much time on such a thin frame, but I think it'll hold up pretty good once we do all of our bracing to it. But that front section really does look awesome. It's going to really absorb the bumps in the road. Having a real dirt bike rim and tire on it is going to be, you know, a massive, it's actually a street tire on a dirt bike rim, but it's going to be a massive gain on the road. You know, you're not going to hit all them bumps and it shake the handlebars. Guys, as always, make sure to go Power Sports and use that discount code REDBEARD to save 10% on all your go-kart and mini bike needs. We use a lot of parts from Go Power Sports on this build, so make sure to check out the links below and use that discount code REDBEARD. Make sure to check us out on social media. That's Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. So you'll see pictures of this stuff before it comes out on the channel. You can stay more up to date. And also, we're going to be doing some giveaways just on our social media pages. So make sure you're locked and subscribe to all of our pages. Don't forget to go to rbgkarts.com where you can buy yourself a shirt, hat, and some stickers. We got new designs coming out in a week or so stay tuned for those. I think y'all are going to like those quite a bit. I like them a lot better than our previous shirts. So make sure to go over there, support the channel, help us grow some. Share your favorite video on social media to help these builds grow in views so we can do even cooler builds and bigger builds. Guys, let me know any improvements or anything y'all like to see on this mini chopper. I know it's been a while, but we're going to start grinding on this thing and get it knocked out, get another project checked off the list. Guys, always come back to Redbeard's Garage. I'm out.